Happy New Year's. This is Shirley with Sew Till We Begin Embroidery. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Today will be my first video for the year 2024, and I am so happy to be here and thankful and blessed and so happy that you have chosen my channel to view. So what am I going to talk about today? I am going to talk about using Brother Magnetic Sash Hoop. Now, I've had this hoop for a couple of years, and I also have a video already on my channel where I first introduced this to all of you and showed you how to set it up and use it and everything. So I'm just going to go over it briefly and remind you of that. And if you want any more in-depth information, you can certainly look up that video. What I'm going to do today is use a component or a design element that is on the Brother PR1055X, which is called Pattern Connect. And I'll show you on the machine how to do that. So what I'm going to do is do a border on a runner. Now this is a runner that I got a while back from Walmart. Came in a little set with an apron and a mitten, and I think it came in a set. But anyway, there is a set that goes with this, or at least they used to sell them. But I've had this for a while, so I haven't seen it. But anyway, it is a runner that I got from Walmart. Now what I've done is use some adhesive basically to attach stabilizer to the back. Now I'm using cutaway. This is a pretty dense fabric, so I probably could get away with tearaway, but I didn't have any tearaway that was wide enough to use, so I decided to go ahead and do this for the demo. It doesn't really matter because I can cut it away pretty small where it's not going to be that it won't be noticeable anyways because it's on the back side. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that. So you have to have the stabilizer in order for it to set into this frame. So I'm going to go ahead and set the frame up and show you how that's going to work, show you about the Pattern Connect on the machine, how that works, and go ahead and stitch out a couple of the patterns, which will be a continuous pattern. I will start from one end and go all the way down to the other end, and with the Pattern Connect component on the machine, it allows you to connect each design without any disruption. And the good thing about using this sash hoop is that you don't have to unhoop it. Normally, in order to do continuous borders or what have you, would have to do multiple hoopings and manipulate your machine and hopefully make sure that everything gets centered in place where you don't have any skipping. But with the Pattern Connect component on the machine, you don't have to worry about that. Also, you do use, let me get it, you do use your snowman. Now, the snowman stickers come with the Brother machine. If you don't have your snowman stickers, then you can certainly buy some more. They are available, and I think Sewing Machine Plus online sells just about any sewing machine or embroidery machine materials and parts and what have you, and I know this is on there as well. So if you don't have your snowman, get it from there. So I'm going to go ahead and hoop this runner. Now, this particular hoop comes with this little apparatus here so you can get the magnets off. It comes with 4 short magnets and 4 long magnets, and it's a very strong magnet, and it will hold this in place. And as you move down, you only have to take off, well, you leave on about 2 magnets and then take all the rest of them off so you can pull your runner through. and continuously until you're completely done with going from one end to the other, which is what I'm going to do. Of course, I'm not going to show you the entire process on the video. It would take too long. I will show you the beginning of connecting the at least two of the borders, and then when it's completely done, of course, I will show you the finished product. So that's what we're going to do today. Now let me show you briefly how you get these off. You use your little tool and you can just put it on there and lift it off, and they come off really easy. But they're very strong, so be very careful not to let it snap back on your hand, and just take them off. And when you are putting this up, it is recommended that you put something in between the magnet and the frame, like some bubble wrap, like this in here, and then put the magnet on there so you don't have, so it's not directly on the hoop. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these off, and then I'll hoop the runner, and then I'll be able to take it to the machine and put it on. The other thing that I want to let you know is that this attaches directly to the machine. This end right here attaches directly to the machine. You need to take your A arm or the B arm off, and then it's going to screw directly onto the machine. So you don't need any arm or anything to attach this. So let me get all of these off, and then I will go ahead and do the next thing. So this is what it looks like when all of the magnets are off, and of course you're going to hoop it on here and put the magnets back on, and then I'll show you exactly how that looks. I have my runner hooped, and hopefully you can see the pin in the middle, and then I also have a marker here that indicates the middle vertically and horizontally, and I'll show you the importance of that once I hook it up to the machine. This is where it's going to be attached, so it will be running from pulled from the left, the right will be pulled towards the left. So they're all connected. Now this runner is kind of thick, so I probably really didn't need this stabilizer, but it's on there now, so I'm not going to take it off. But you might want to decide whether or not you need stabilizer depending upon the density of your fabric. And everything is hooked on. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is everything that you need. Now, because I did put this on the back of the stabilizer on the back of the runner, I used some adhesive spray. I normally use 505, but this is Dritz. I had that, and the 505 is almost gone, so I used this. And of course, you're going to need 2 snowmen, your marking pen, ruler to make sure you measure it out, and then of course the sash, the tool, and the screws to screw it back on. Do not forget your screws. So that's what I need to hook it up to the machine and get it ready. Now what I did, I divided this runner into fourths, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, it may be 6. I may have to do 6 of these. I'm not sure. It's going to be 5 or 6 of the designs, or even maybe more, I don't know. It's 11.75 by 5.20. So 11.75 vertically, 5.20 inches horizontally. And that is how it's supposed to stitch all the way down. And so the next thing I need to do is go ahead and attach it to the machine, and then I'll show you all of the stuff that we have to do on the LCD panel. So I have my screen up, and I have my my design, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different flowers. And what I did, I chose to use all of the colors. And what we're going to do, as I mentioned, is going to be pattern connect by camera. And that's important to note because that's the reason why you need to use the snowman. This icon here is the pattern connect by camera, and you can tell that you have it engaged when you can see it highlighted here, and you also see it on your screen up there. So that's very important to make sure that you see that. Now, because I decided not to do monochrome, which would have been this icon here where it was only one color, I decided to do all the multiple colors as normal. So you choose this icon here, and then of course you have to go into your color sorting screen and assign your numbers, your color threads where they're located on your machine. So I've done all of that. I did my tracing as well. So the next step is to make sure that you have this centered correctly, and so it's going to connect. So the icon that you have that looks like a machine with a magnifying glass here, you select that, and it says the machine is going to move. So it did move. Now it showed up. Now if you can see, I do have the centering dot right there. So what I need to do is put my crosshair up, the green crosshair. Now I need to move it around to make sure that I get the crosshair correctly on here. So it's going to move, let me go back out. I don't need that. There we go. Now, I use this button here, this screen, which you're familiar with, to locate, to put the green crosshair where my centering is. So I'm moving it over. There we go. Now we have it. Aligned perfectly in the center. You see the crosshair and the dot are right in the same spot. So now that I have centered this design, so that's where it's going to start stitching. Now you can leave this up or you can take it off, and let me tell you, there's an icon here. If you select that, then you're going to get these 9 squares. And if you want to move this, then you can move it. Whatever one you touch is where it'll go, and you can move it, or you can take it off your screen completely. So let me go back to that. And it looks like yes, my crosshair is there. So everything is ready to go. I don't have to do anything else except for go ahead and come out of here and hit embroidery down here. Then you're going to go to your screen and it's going to start embroidering, and it's going to take about 24 minutes to do this. It's 8 colors, 24 minutes at 11,118 stitches at 6 stitches per minute. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this one panel out, and then once that is totally stitched out and completed, then I'll show you how to pull it down using the snowman, because you're going to have to align it so it's going to line up perfectly, and then we'll go ahead and do the next panel. So that is basically it, and you do this continuously until you get it completely done. Now as you can see, there's going to be a little bit on each end that's not going to be stitched, And that is because you're centering this table runner. Now, if you didn't want it completely centered, then I'm sure you can start from edge to edge, however you want to do it. But this is how I'm doing it on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these pins out of the way that I put on here just to hold the stabilizer on, and go ahead and start stitching. And as soon as that's done, I'll come back and I'll show you how to move it down to do the next connection. Okay, just want to point out that I have completed this design for the first panel, and it's really cute. I like it. I'm glad that I chose it. Wildflowers. So, like I said, it's about 11.75 inches long, 5.2 inches tall, and so the next step is to do the continuous border. Now, let me show you what it's saying on the LCD panel here. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera again. So you can see the two snowmen here. I'm going to take all of the magnets off except for this one and the one over there, and then I'm going to slowly pull the table runner down until this part is down here, and then we'll be ready to do the next connection. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have all the magnets off except for those two, and what I need to do is watch my screen and move this down. Hopefully it will come down nice and smooth all the way down until the snowmen are down here. I think that should do it. So, I've done this before and I didn't have it all the way down like it was supposed to be, so I had to do it again. So I might have to do it again, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and reconnect the magnets, and hopefully it's on here like it's supposed to be, and get it on here correctly. Your arrow always has to point to the inside of the frame. So don't forget that the arrow does point to the inside of the frame. And you get it on there and take this out. And you always take your magnet and move it like that to make sure it's all nice and taut. Now that I've done that, I'm going to do the scan. Now, if it is out of alignment, it won't let me move to the next step, and then I'll have to pull the snowman down some more. But let me hit scan and see what happens. Okay, it worked. It says let me show you what the LCD panel says. Sorry for having to move my camera around so much, but I just want to make sure that you can see what I'm seeing. And it says, select the position where the next pattern will be connected, which I did. And it said the embroidery position marks are recognized. Remove the embroidery positioning marks and go ahead and embroider the pattern. So all I have to do is take the snowman off and hit OK and let it, well, I got to do my colors again. Can't forget to do the colors, because if you forget to do the colors, then it's not going to be the same. So when I hit OK, it should take me to the screen where I can go ahead and assign the colors. So yes, I can go in here. Now it's still on the connect, because you see the connect up there. I hit my colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and reassign these colors. I forgot to do that, but I think I'm okay. And once I get all the colors reassigned, then I will be able to go ahead and start the next part of the border going all the way down. Now, if you have a quilting design or edge to edge or something like that where it actually connects precisely, this is an excellent exercise to do. So I'm going to go ahead and assign my thread colors and then be ready to hit the start button and start embroidering. Alright, it's the next day. You can tell I've changed clothes anyway. Just wanted to show you the finished product. I have finished the runner and it goes all the way down. Arms aren't long enough to show the whole thing at once, but here it is, from end to end to end to end to end to end to end and all the way. Long runner, but I wanted to show you the finished product. Fold it in half so you can see how it looks this way and then this way. You open it up. The sides, because it was centered and everything is even, and there are no gaps. You can't tell that it has been multiple hoopings or what have you. It's all one consistent runner design, and it is done with the Pattern Connect by camera on the Brother PR1055X. On the machine itself, works very well, easy to do, not complicated at all. If you have a machine, the Brother 1055X or the Brother PR1055X or the Brother 1050, you should be able to do this project using that function on your machine, and also using the Brother Magnetic Sash Hoop. Makes it quick and simple. You don't have to completely re-hoop anything. So hopefully you got something out of this video that you might want to try, or even if you don't have a Brother embroidery machine, 10-needle embroidery machine, try it with what you have. If you have a multi-needle machine, just try it and see how that works for you. Now, doing this project or a project similar to this on a single needle machine definitely can be done. Of course, just having a smooth transition without the breaks. But I just wanted to show you how to do this particular project using the function on the machine and using the Brother Magnetic Sash Hoop. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you next time with something else interesting to learn how to do. Take care, and again, Happy New Year.